Update. The latest news now be say another coup don't happen for Gabon. Oh. Another coup just happened this morning, Wednesday this morning. But guess what? The media is reporting it as they said the Gabonese army, they announced the cancellation of the results, of the election results, and then a dissolution of all federal government institutions in Gabon. That's how they put it. They don't want to come out and say it's a coup. I bet, what will you call the military coming to take over every single government parastatal, cancelling the just announced election results? What will you call it? That is a coup d'etat. There is a new wave of coup d'etat going on in Africa. I think since 2017, we've recorded like 10 coups in Africa. There is Sudan, there is Guinea, there is Mali, there is even a self-coup. There is one termed the self-coup of Tunisia. There is a lot of them. Burkina Faso, Chad, which one you go call? And then most recently, Niger, that just happened last month. And now, this morning, we are just hearing that another one is happening in Gabon. And guess what? There is something similar with every coup. Upon how people they take cast, say military government no good, military government no good, military government no good. With every coup that happens, the people go to the street in support of the military. Something is not given, something is not right. And African leaders will never miss an opportunity to shame themselves. During the elections this weekend, Ali Bongo announced a total shutdown of internet. There was no internet for 3 days in Gabon. A whole 3 days. Why? Because he wanted everything. He wanted to contain his election frauds and everything. He didn't want it to escalate. He said he's going to curb fake news and all that. Whereas in the real sense, he's trying to hide information that will come out of Gabon. He doesn't want the whole world to see the atrocities that he's going to do in Gabon. African leaders, again, no, they ever rest. They always want to shame themselves. So this goes to show that at least a section of the military in Africa, some countries' military in Africa, at least they still have their military might and glory. This is what happens, in as much as coup is a bad thing, but this is what happens when democratic leaders think that they are untouchable, they are above the law, they do whatever they like. The military steps in to show that, oh boy, there is always, someone sitting above the table. Like for John Wick, where we have hierarchy. The assassins, the continental hotels, and everybody. Then there are the 12 people. We have the 12 people sitting around the table. The table is like the highest order, but then there is also someone sitting above the table. So if you can bypass the 12 people on the table and go and meet the person sitting above the table, then you just might have your wish, whatever you wish for, to be granted. So it shows that some military in Africa still have their glory and their might themselves. So with all this coup going on, Niger, Chad, Gabon, Burkina Faso, Mali, Nigeria, I wish they go be in a turn.